I'm back. This is part two. Sorry about that. Wife called. Had to stop the video. Shout out to the wife because I'm on the cell phone today. So I'm sorry about that. I'll go over to the other channel and let everybody know I'm back. Y'all give me a second here before we start on part two. We are deplorables. We are disgusting. We are un-American. We're racist. We're this. We are deplorables. We are disgusting. We are un-American. We're racist. We're this. 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 The same people that told us as Trump supporters, we are deplorables. We are disgusting. We are un-American. We're racist. We're this. All right, y'all, give me a second. I'm trying to get people in here. I'm trying to get it back. We're racist. We're this. All right, y'all, give me a second. I'm trying to get people in here. All right, let me go start spreading the word, creating a post. Trying to get more people in here. Hold on, y'all. All right. Hopefully, I get some more people in the crowd. I don't know what's going on at this point. So, hopefully, they'll end that other video. All right, we got some people coming in. Great, fantastic. All right, let's go ahead on and get back into this. So, I'm going to go back to playing the part where we're talking about Tucker Carlson. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead on here, get my volume up.
How does that work exactly? We're not sure, but in case you've forgotten, here's the very same Mitt Romney marching with the very same people who told us that this is a white supremacist hellhole. By the way, we've got to do away with the nuclear family. That's never done anybody any good. Here he is.
To end violence and brutality, and to make sure that people understand that Black Lives Matter.
So, okay, it's just Mitt Romney. Never a genius, obviously deep in the grip of some late life crisis, licking his wounds from being beaten by Obama in 2012. Okay. But it's not just Mitt Romney. Imagine how you would feel if you were a business owner in Kenosha or Minneapolis or Atlanta or Louisville. If you were someone who, I don't know, used to go to St. John's Church in Washington, D.C., or someone who works in the federal courthouse in Portland, Oregon, before BLM torched all of it.
He ain't lying. He is not lying. These same politicians that's telling us we cannot talk about the Ukraine situation and these biolabs are the same ones who did not chastise BLM for all of the damage they caused in the summer of love. There was a lot of people's lives that have been damaged because of that 2 years ago. Almost being about to be 2 years ago when we hit this freaking summer. These people will never get their businesses back, had to file for bankruptcy, had to start all over from new. You know, there was a lot of people dreams and lives were changed. There was a lot of stores closed. I think there was a couple of Walmarts that left because of the violence. Walgreens, CVS's, but nobody talks about that, especially Portland. Portland's a hellhole right now. Portland, Oregon is a hellhole. Every time you turn around, cops can't do their job. They can't arrest criminals. You saw what happened with the police officer trying to give a press conference. So what does that tell you? You won't never hear the politicians talk about that?
You're long accustomed to knowing that your leaders don't really care about you, but when they reveal that they actively hate you, that's hard to take. So of course Mitt Romney is debasing himself, degrading himself in order to be liked in Washington. Yeah, we've seen that, of course, but it's deeper than that. Needless to say, the people Mitt Romney wants to like him, his new masters, were not satisfied with him marching with BLM or denouncing his critics as almost treasonous. They want more. They won't be satisfied until every Republican in the U.S. Senate is wholly indistinguishable from Chris Hayes, and they're getting pretty close. On Sunday, yesterday, Mitt Romney edged a little closer. Here's what he wrote to Tulsi Gabbard. Now, Tulsi Gabbard is a former member of Congress who currently serves as lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Army Reserve, and unlike Mitt Romney, has been deployed. Quote, Tulsi Gabbard is parroting false Russian propaganda. Her treasonous lies may well cost lives. Treasonous lies have...
Now, again, Tulsi Gabbard, he was one of the many politicians that pushed this Democratic lady out because she was a blue dog Democrat. She wasn't no Democrat that woke, trying to get woke. She was a standard blue dog Democrat with a touch of a little bit of conservative values. And they didn't like that. And because of that, Tulsi Gabbard saw the writing on the wall. If I stay around this bitch, I am forever going to have a target on my back. And this is why politicians like Mitt Romney, these rhinos like this, you can't trust. The Schulers, Pelosi's, AOC's, can't trust them.
Lost lives, potentially. So you're betraying your country and committing murder. So what exactly did Tulsi Gabbard do? Did she call for a violent overthrow of the United States government? Did she come out and pledge allegiance to Putin? Did she get a Cyrillic tattoo on her neck? No, she didn't. What she said is, we have a problem. Here's how we know. She cited publicly available information and said we should probably deal with that problem. But in case here, Mitt Romney was a consultant, for God's sakes, accusing someone who's been in the Army for nearly 2 decades of treason. People didn't used to talk that way. Treason is a death penalty offense. It's absurd on its face. But if you watch the video that got Mitt Romney to call a fellow American treasonous and suggest she was committing murder, it really makes your head spin. Here's what Tulsi Gabbard actually said that made Mitt Romney accuse her of betraying her own country. Watch.
Here are the undeniable facts. There are 25 to 30 U.S.-funded biolabs in Ukraine. According to the U.S. government, these biolabs are conducting research on dangerous pathogens. Ukraine is in an active war zone with widespread bombing, artillery, and shelling, and these facilities, even in the best of circumstances, could easily be compromised and release these deadly pathogens.
Yeah, she hates our country.
How is that considered treasonous? She told the truth. There is biolabs in the country. Y'all admitted to it on national TV. How is that treasonous? Tulsi Gabbard just speaking the truth. Hey guys, wrong hands, we can get fucked up. But you let the radical left tell it, she is a monster. She's everything that you should ever, never, ever want to associate with. I'm telling you, you can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
Because she's worried that a pathogen might escape from a biolab and hurt people. There's no recent precedent for that, so she's clearly listening to Alex Jones too much, and she's treasonous. Actually, everything that Tulsi Gabbard said, as you know, is true. It's not a Republican issue, it's not a Democrat issue, it's a factual issue. And even in war, truth is a defense. In fact, it's the only defense. Is it true? And in a free country, you can speak the truth. That right can never be taken away, or else it's not a free country. But by the way, since we're speaking of facts, the director of the U.S. Cooperative Threat Reduction Program, a man who would know, a man called Robert Pope, has confirmed that scientists are keeping Soviet-era pathogens for research purposes in Ukraine. They told us they were destroying them. They should have destroyed them, but they haven't. What could go wrong in an active war zone? And they knew that those pathogens existed and were being experimented upon, researched, and they didn't secure them before the Russians invaded, though they knew the Russian invasion was coming because they told us.
See, that's what I'm talking about. They knew the invasion was coming. Why didn't they secure the facilities? I tell you why they didn't secure the facilities. Because they thought that NATO, aka the US, was gonna bring their troops there to the Ukraine and blow some shit up. And it didn't go as planned. That's what that was. That's why they didn't give about it. Oh, well, if Russia try to attack us, the U.S. will come in and stop that with full force. Really? They learn real quick. They fucking around and find out. The U.S. ain't going to try to help you. They have no reason to. You're nothing to them. Except for Biden with his little open secret. So basically you put your people at risk for a maybe. When you were advised and told and know you was advised and told to get rid of that shit. Man, you can't make this bullshit up.
And then Tory Newland, the Undersecretary of State who oversees this disaster, testified under oath that yes, Russian forces might seize those biolabs in Ukraine, and we should all be very worried about that possibility. Over the weekend, CBS News reported that Pentagon officials have confirmed that these biolabs in Ukraine are in fact conducting research on anthrax and other, quote, deadly pathogens.
Pentagon official I talked.
And I'm about to play that clip on Face the Nation where they actually say that. Yeah, what's up, Anthony Anderson? You right. It's another day of Democrat lies, man. And a cover-up. I had a big following over the first video, but my wife called it froze. But that's all right. We're gonna finish it up now. This is the Tucker Carlson video that we're breaking down. Now I'm gonna play the Face the Nation part of that show where they're breaking it down. Here we go.
This morning said there is no movement of chemical weapons into Ukraine. At least they're not seeing the signs of it. The concern is that the Russians will seize one of these biomedical research facilities that Ukraine has where they do research on deadly pathogens like botulism and anthrax, seize one of those facilities, weaponize the pathogen, and then blame it on Ukraine and the U.S. because the U.S. has been providing support for some of the research being done in those facilities.
Okay, so we're a little confused about what all the hyperventilating is about. And you just heard CBS say, and you've heard many say, that Russia may seize these biological agents in Ukraine and use them against the Ukrainians and who knows who else. Now, you would pause and think, well, wait a second, if these are Soviet-era weapons, then presumably the Soviets, now called the Russian government, probably have their own, so why would they want to seize stuff they already have? It doesn't actually make a lot of sense, but whatever.
You see what I'm saying? You see how, like Tucker Carlson say, these liberals tell on themselves? They told us that the bio agents that they were researching are old. They're back in Soviet Union time. But yet still, you're saying, well, they don't need to get their hands on them. It's the Russians got Soviet Union old shit over there. All right, I will, bro. So that lets me know right here, right now, they're lying again to us. Because if the shit was old, why would Russia give a fuck about it? It wouldn't. We got that. They would dispose of it, blow it up, whatever. Can't make this shit up.
You'll notice that the reporter you just saw at the beginning of the clip admits that these pathogens are in Ukraine. They're doing research on botulism and anthrax. So any reasonable person would be concerned by that because there's a war going on. And by the way, why were they funding this in Ukraine in the first place? But that's really a secondary question. Maybe we can get to the bottom of that when the war's over. But Tulsi Gabbard addressed, and only addressed, the danger that innocent people could die because these weapons, apparently these pathogens, these agents exist in Ukraine. She didn't talk about it.
That has been quickly embraced and amplified by some in America's right-wing media. When State Department Undersecretary Victoria Nuland confirmed this week that there was bio-research going on in Ukraine, critics say that Tucker Carlson of Fox News took those remarks out of context.
All right, so they say he took it out of context. How you take something out of context if it's the truth? Y'all said that bioweapons. You can't make this shit up. This is what we fight with the media. They'll say one thing, and when they find out they're gonna get questioned and put over the fire about that shit, they'll change up in a minute and try to make you look like the damn fool. I'm telling you, man, I've never seen nothing like this shit.
We see the Chinese government kind of openly repeating Russian propaganda, for example, about these supposed American biolabs in Ukraine.
This Russian misinformation about biolabs in Ukraine, people on the Trump right who are actually parroting Russian propaganda every day and every night.
These supposed biolabs. Well, the U.S. government says they have biolabs and told us under oath that they're worried about the contents of these biolabs, which they failed to secure, might get into the wrong hands. But it's right-wing Putinite propaganda. We're taking Nuland's remarks out of context. Okay, what's the right context? We asked. No one told us. Robert Pope's remarks, were they taken out of context too?
The reason why they tripping like that on Tucker Carlson is because we bringing awareness to other Americans that this war is a bunch of bullshit. Okay? It was something that could have been prevented from the get-go. But unfortunately, we've had the U.S., aka these new liberals, got their hands in so much shit overseas that it's a damn shame. Now you got Rocket Man shooting rockets again. You got China saying, yeah, that's right, Angelo. You got China saying, oh yeah, by the way, uh, you come after us about backing up Russia, there's gonna be consequences. I mean, damn, Biden, don't you get tired of getting threatened by Russia in China? Every damn day they threaten your ass. When will you get some ball? Well, oh, I forgot. You ain't got no balls. They're too busy at the fucking damn residential White House where you being taken care of round the clock with your dementia medicine. This shit's stupid. Never thought in a million years we would have a weak ass leader like this. Gas prices high as fucking giraffes pussy. Food costs out of control. Food is so damn high. Gas is so damn high. They got people now talking about you can pay gas at the pump with credit. You got to go and put your social in just to get credit to afford the gas. Man, y'all can't make this shit up, man. And we ain't even hit the summer yet. Exactly, Anthony. Every time.
This is insane. There's a problem. Before we even assign blame to the problem, it might be worth thinking through how to fix the problem. But no. Anyone who mentions it should shut up. And not just shut up. Be shut up by force, if necessary, with jail time. Now, we're going to do something we almost never do. We're going to play you a clip from The View, which is now calling for Department of Justice investigation into this show and Tulsi Gabbard. Watch.
When Tucker Carlson parrots every on Fox News, what Tulsi Gabbard is spreading is actually helping Putin get away with criminal acts against innocent Ukrainian civilians.
Wait a minute. Hold on. How is we, as conservatives like Carson Tucker and blue dog Democrats like Tulsi Gabbard, is helping him get away with hurting citizens? To help him get away with hurting citizens would be us saying stuff like, Putin need to be left alone. Putin is a good guy. We stand with Putin. We're not saying no stupid shit like that. We're just telling you that these biohazard materials that's over there in the bio labs need to be secured. And now since they're not secured, if they get into Russian hands, God help us. How is that spreading any bullshit of saying we on Putin's side? I'm trying to figure that out. In fact, you would be dumb as shit to say you support Putin. I don't care for Putin. He's a killer. He kills innocent people. I don't care for Ukraine that much because they corrupt. I mean, I understand that the innocent lives over there, the good people that's dead of my humanity part of me, yes, I feel bad for them, but the leaders and governments over them, both of those countries, I give two shits for because I know they're corrupt. So no, man, you can't make this shit up, man. These motherfuckers crazy. Let's continue the rest of this clip.
And I think DOJ, in the same way that it is setting up a task force to investigate oligarchs, should look into people who are Russian propagandists and shilling for Putin. That's being, if you are a foreign asset to a dictator, it should be investigated. In fact, I remember when Tulsi Gabbard, and I even hate that we're discussing it because I think to myself, who is this woman? How do you not call out something that is repeating false Russian propaganda that has been brought down?
How's that false Russian propaganda, bitch? What is the DOJ gonna investigate? Tucker Carlson and Tulsi Gabbard. What? You think they're gonna find out that they got some special link talking to Putin and Russia, some Russian and some shit? No. We don't give two shits about Putin and them. Exactly, Anthony. We want to fix what's going on in America. We are about America. We don't give a damn about anything else. We want to fix America. We don't care about what Putin got going on. We've been said this. I don't give a shit if Putin eats shits and dies. I don't give a damn if Zelensky eats shits and dies. I'm worried about this woman right here. USA, the Statue of Liberty, the home of the brave, the land of the free. When can we fix that? When can we focus on that? High gas prices, crime through the roof, education getting thwarted by these crazy ass, liberal ass teachers trying to make our children turn into fucking grooming them to be sexual objects before their time before the age of 18. I'm worried about that stuff. I don't give a shit about what's going on with Zelensky in Russia. Sorry, Zelensky and Putin been beefing for a minute. And let's say Zelensky wins today or tomorrow and make Putin back off. It ain't like Putin ain't gonna come back and hit him again next year or a couple of months later. Let them duke that shit out. I worry about America. I'm so sick of these fucking leftists. All they want to do is get on their high horse and talk about everything that us conservatives are not on board with. The bullshit. Exactly, Mr. Nice Guy Alexander. That's another thing. Look at what Mr. Alexander just said. Shout out to Mr. Alexander. This is my brother. I swear to you, if I ever go back to Chicago again, bro, I'm looking your ass up. This is a real American. This is a real American. This brother and me have linked up and talked some real good points. And he has said it over and over again. And I agree with him. And please spread my message to your other members as well, Mr. Nice Guy, a part of your clique. You know what group I'm talking about? The PB. You know, I can't say it too much on YouTube. They'll fuck around and try to ding at my channel, but you know what I'm talking about. Tell your boys to come over. Cause, you know, that's family. I'm sick of this, man. Man, let's hear Whoopi Goldberg, aka Miss Anti-Semitic, who all of a sudden now she's cured after 2 weeks of being suspended because of her white zaddy told her she's been bad. See what she got to say.
Used to arrest people for doing stuff like this.
Really? They used to arrest people for saying stuff like
Whoopi, when did they ever arrest people for some shit like that? Never, you jackass. They arrest people for treason. You know, spying for another country, selling secrets. That's what they get arrested for. You have no idea what treason is, you dumb ass. Oh my God. You don't let them dreadlocks done fucking got too tight to your brain. For real, for real. Can somebody bring me back the black color purple Whoopi, please?
this. When did they arrest people for saying stuff like this? And who is they exactly? Well, the former Karen Elaine Johnson didn't tell us. She kept it vague because that way it's a lot.
Ah! He said a whole name. Karen Eileen Johnson. Oh my God. I gotta play it again, Tucker. Thank you, Tucker.
Like this. And who is they exactly? Well, the former Karen Elaine Johnson didn't tell us. She kept it vague because that way it's a lot more threatening, and maybe you will shut up. But again, we hesitate to show clips from that show. It's an IQ killer. We're making an exception tonight because The View is not alone.
Shout out to Tucker. He said the show is an IQ killer.
A lot of people sound like this. And it's one of these processes where it sounds insane. For sure, I can't believe they said that. And then over time, what sounded crazy the first time you heard it, it sounds a little more normal. And then 3 weeks into the war, it sounds like probably pretty necessary. Keith Olbermann is always at the cutting edge of things like this. He was watching The View today, doesn't have a lot else to do, and he responded to that segment by writing this on Twitter. They, us, are Russian assets, and there is a war. There's a case for detaining them militarily. Trials are a sign of good faith and patience on the part of democracy. So we're at war with Russia. We must send you to the gulag.
Y'all heard that, right? So if you do not agree with the liberals, once again, with this Russian propaganda bullshit, okay, you are the enemy. You the enemy. You are the enemy. You side with Russia because you don't agree with them. You have to be sentenced to treason, the gulag, aka not my gulag, their bullshit ass gulag. Our gulag is the real deal. Cause we got the moment of truth always, all day, every day on this channel. But let's continue.
Because freedom. Because the democracy, the one thing democracy doesn't have patience for, is dissenting views from its own citizens, particularly citizens who sincerely hope and pray for the best for their own country. Those people must be imprisoned militarily. That's what he's saying. And no one's disagreeing. All of permanent Washington, every orifice of the national media, all fully aligned to push a single message. When was the last time that happened? Ought to make you nervous. Senator Rob Portman of Ohio, who's leaving thankfully, said the other day that the current moment is the most united this country has been since 9/11. Well, he's right in one way. It's certainly united the United States Congress. As of this afternoon, 9 out of the last 10 tweets that Rob Portman sent have been about Ukraine. Oh. Not a single tweet about the fact you're getting poorer by the day. Try to fill up your car.
See what I'm talking about? You see how these politicians on the left do? And these rhinos, they always talk about foreign affairs. Here we are, right here as a country. Got all this bullshit going on, and these fools worrying about the wrong thing. Funding money for Ukraine, sending our soldiers over there to Poland, and making shit high as hell. They're not worrying about getting the oil permits released to the oil companies so we can get more oil in this bitch. Oh, don't worry, Awesome Alice. As soon as I finish, I'm gonna put mine in the membership column. So I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to put this in the membership column. Cause I already know what they're gonna try to do. I mean, you can't make this shit up.
On Amazon last night, a single jar of organic peanut butter cost $15. That's just one product. On a retailer renowned for offering the cheapest possible, $15 for a jar of peanut butter. Spread that across the entire grocery store, and that's what you're looking at. Is that going to help with the fentanyl?
Awesome Alice, if I put it on membership, they're not gonna fuck with it because they have to pay to look at it. So that way I won't get in no trouble. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I did with the last couple of my videos. Yeah, I know. So yeah. So that's why I said a lot of this is probably gonna go into the paid membership vault immediately. I just wanted to do this because it was requested and I wanted to put it out there. But I may do a part 1 and part 2 combined on Rumble. I may do that one and put it on Rumble. I'm on Rumble and Odyssey. Odyssey, look up Joel Davis News and Views. I'm on Odyssey too. I have 80 followers on Odyssey. Oh yeah, and go to Mr. Nice Guy Alexander on page. He's got good content too.
Killings that are going on right now, 100,000 people died last year? No. Rob Portman doesn't care. What he cares about is Ukraine. And he shares that concern with Lindsey Graham and Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi and, of course, Liz Cheney. So they are unified. But what's so interesting, if this is such a unifying moment, then why was their first instinct to denounce fellow Americans as traitors and call for them to be imprisoned? Really unifying? They don't care about Ukraine, a lot of these people, any more than they cared about George Floyd. They used tragedy, George Floyd's death, the tragic invasion of Ukraine, for domestic political purposes. This has unleashed something really dark in the United States. In order to make wise decisions, you have to be rational, thoughtful, forward-thinking, and calm. And they're the opposite of all of those things.
All right, y'all. That was Tucker Carlson piece. So the moral of the story is, guys, is that wrapping this up, it is real. There is biolabs over there. There is dangerous pathogens. Okay? And with that being said, we as a community, we as conservatives, we just got to keep it 100 with people. And that's what it is. Now, as I finish the rest of the streams, please be aware, this is a membership stream only. Okay? A membership stream only. So if you want to get the rest of this, please do me a favor. It's only $2. and you can see it as much as you want. $2, join the family. You get to see it all you want to. But until now, I'm going to have to put this shit away because I ain't trying to get striped, so I can't be there for you guys for the rest of the evening. But if I do, God forbid if I do, I don't know if I will, but if I do, please check out my secondary channel. All right? The official Patriot News Live. Official Patriot News Live. Okay? Check out that channel. Subscribe to it. And you will find me there. If I get striped. All right? I will put it there in a post so everybody can follow me and find out. Yeah, that's right. 13th floor. Thank you for coming through, man. So anyway, welcome to 13th floor as the new mod, man. One of the new mods. Please like, share, subscribe. Yeah, me too. All right. I love you guys. Take care of yourself and each other. I'm finna go out. I'm out.